Hello everybody, and welcome to another Fundamental Games game playthrough. Today we're going to look at Bears versus Lumberjacks. This was designed by Brian Shoemaker of Glass Shoe Games, and it came out last year on Kickstarter. Just had a small funding goal, and he was lucky enough to get it funded and distributed. I got my P&P copy, and he was nice enough to give me some files to be able to design this tabletop simulator version. So in Bears versus Lumberjacks, you're in an environment where a group of bears awaken to find their homes being destroyed by a group of lumberjacks who are swiftly clearing the forest. Take a look at these cool cartoon images that he has here. The bears charge, the lumberjacks press on. Who will win? Bears versus Lumberjack is an exciting, fast-paced 2 to 3 player micro card game. It only consists of 18 cards and it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes to play. You do need strategy, though. You have to figure out where and how you want to play your cards, with the goal being to score points by playing your cards next to your scoring icon, which is your bear and your lumberjack, respectively. It's very compact, designed to bring with you wherever you want to go, and I just kind of like how it plays out and how simple the strategy is, but still how effective it is. So whether you have a few free minutes while waiting for friends to come or sitting in a restaurant waiting for food, Bears versus Lumberjack is perfect for a quick game that you can bring anywhere. So we're going to pretend to play a 2-player game here. Left side here is the Bears, and the right side is the Lumberjacks. I just created this back of card face for this tabletop simulator version. We'll shuffle these up so you know that I didn't pre-plan anything, and we're going to do an overhead view. And the reason for that is you really need to strategically be able to place your cards. So we're going to bring this up here, and we'll play with the bear first. So what you have to do is grab your top card, flip it over, and you just position it somewhere on the table. First card doesn't really matter because any card can be played over it. Now the lumberjack will take his turn. He flips his card over, and he has to pick out of these 4 corners where he's going to place it over one of these 4 corners, with the caveat being that the number that he places has to cover a number that is lower than the number he's placing. So I cannot place a 1 over a 1. It has to be at least a 2 over a 1 or a 3 over a 2, etc., etc. There is a restriction for the actual animal icon. So let's just make sure I'm playing this properly. I played it a little while ago, but I just want to make sure I don't cheat here. So you can't play over your own cards. You can't cover 2 corners, and you can't cover 2 cards, and you can only cover numbers. So you can't actually cover bear icons. Right? So let's figure this out. So I can rotate these. I've got this set on 90-degree rotation, so I can rotate these 90 degrees at a time. And I want to keep my highest numbers available. So, but I also want to cover their highest numbers because your numbers are worth points at the end. So let's say we play that. Lumberjack gets a nice score there. And then we flip over and we've got the bear's turn. So what would the bear want to do? Well, he can't cover up to 5 because I don't think anything beats a 5, but he could place this here and cover up there too. So I don't know if I'm playing exactly as an expert player might play. I'm sure Brian could correct me on that. But we're just going to play this out and see how these numbers pan out. So the lumberjack has a few decisions to make. They could put the 2 here. They could rotate and put the 2 here. Can't cover their own numbers and can't cover the bear symbol. And the symbol for the bear is actually very important because he emphasizes points around himself. So you'll see that when the game finishes up, how we tally up the points here. So let's say we're going to take off that number beside the bear there with the lumberjack because that is an important play. All right, so now it's the bear's turn. What is he going to do? He's got a 2, 3, 4. Could place this over here. Can't cover up 2 numbers, so that spot's basically off limits now. So let's go like this. Oh wait, don't want to cover up my own symbol. What am I doing? Try like that. The more higher numbers I have on the outsides, the less likely that somebody can play over it because they have to have a higher number than I do. Now for the lumberjack themselves, I can't recall if they're wild. Let's see. Lumberjack playing the 3 over the bears. The scoring icons have no point value but can cover any number. So there you go. The lumberjack can actually cover up any number. So they may want to strategically cover up this 5 because that's worth a lot of points there. So there we go. Then it's the bear's turn again. We've got a 2, 3, or 2, 2, 3, 4. So they can play Can't cover up that 4 there, but yeah, and this guy's blocked off his 2 and 5 here very nicely. Can't touch those because it would be covering 2 cards. So we have to position like this, and that way he's going to score some extra points from his paw icon next to his bear. Go back to the lumberjack here. Where is he going to go? He's got a 3. So we could rotate like so. Cover that up there. Or we could go over here and get some numbers next to the lumberjack. That might be the better play. And if he doesn't want to keep his, if he wants to get his 5, let's try like this and see how that works out. We go back to the bear's turn. Flip it over. What do we got? We have a, love the little cartoony art. I mean, there's only a couple images in the game, but they are nicely done. So let's say the bear, he wants to put something next to his icon. He's going to go there. Lumberjack gets to flip over. Where are we going to place this? Can we do anything to stop this bear's points? Not anymore. Can we add to this lumberjack's points? No, he's pretty much surrounded by lumberjacks, so he's pretty good there. So let's maybe build up this side over here. Alright, we go back to the bear's turn, flip it over. What can the bear do? He could actually cover, no, can't cover up that 4, it's too high for him. Those numbers are locked in, so he's going to have to play over here. Although he could get his bear in position, so let's try that. So the bear can actually cover up a higher number. He could cover up that 5. That'll take a few points away from the lumberjack there. Lumberjack flips over. They could do likewise. Stop that 5 from being next to that bear, and he's got some lumberjack items next to him. We're back to the bear's turn. So many decisions to make. Could cover up over here, or over, yeah, I'll cover up that 3. Back to the lumberjack, flip over. What are we going to do here? He's got a lumberjack. He can stop a big bear paw number. Actually, that's a decent move there, I think, because that'll get him surrounded by lumberjack icons, which is relevant. Back to the bear. Got a big 5 number there. Could you can't play here. It'd be nice if you can get the 5 next to the bear, but that's not going to happen. So you can't cover up a 5 with a 5. So let's do that. Back to the lumberjack, flip over. He could cover up a big bear icon with that lumberjack. Maybe we'll go right here. See how that works out. And the bear's final card ends with a 5. That's not a bad number. So where could he play that? Well, could cover that up there. Be nice if you could go there, but that's not possible, so just pop that there. And then the lumberjack's final turn. Where can he create some point value? Maybe right here next to his lumberjack. Alright, so there you have it. We have finalized the board. So what we need to do now is figure out how many points we have. So I'm going to make this easy just with a little counter here. We'll do one on the left for the bears, and we'll pop one on the right for the lumberjacks. That way I don't have to do a whole lot of math in my head. I'm going to read out loud the point scoring, so just so you know how it works. So let's pull this up here. So point scoring for bears versus lumberjacks. There are 4 cards in each deck that contain a scoring icon, so that is the bear and the lumberjack respectively. Points are awarded when your numbers on the cards played are touching your scoring icon. If a point is touching more than one scoring icon, you get that point for each scoring icon. So for example, if this one's touching this bear and this bear, then you get a point for each one. So let's add up the bears first. So if we zoom in here, we've got 1, 2, 3. Then we count diagonal as well, so 1, 2, but they don't get points for the lumberjack. They only get points for the bear. So then he's got 1 and 4, so now he's up to 10 points for that particular bear. Then if we go to the next bear, we've got 3, 5, or 3, 7, 8 points there. So we're going to be up to 18. And then for this bear, we've got 2, 4, 5 points, so we're up to 23. And then here we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points, so we're up to 32. And that's all the bear points. So can the lumberjack beat a 32? Let's find out. This lumberjack has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Alright, then this lumberjack here has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16 points. So we're already up to 24 points. You can see how those 5s are very important in the game here. Then this Lumberjack, he's only got a measly 2 points. He got attacked by bears. And then this Lumberjack has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 points. So that is going to bring him up to 40 points. So the Lumberjack has taken victory over the bears. You can see those big 5s and those surroundings really made him stand out. None of the bear icons were surrounded nearly as much as the Lumberjack icons. But you can see how fast that game was. I mean, I was playing against myself. I was describing it to you. But if you play against another opponent, you're sitting over coffee at the shop, or you're waiting for your entree or dinner to arrive at a restaurant. This is a cool thing. You could just pull right out. It's only 18 cards, easy to pack up. And that's been Bears versus Lumberjack by Glass Shoe Games. And Brian Shoemaker is an active developer. He's actually working on a game called Party Bandimals that I think he's showing off in Origins right now in June of 2019. So if you get a chance to check out his games, he puts a lot of thought and time into game design, and I've liked what I've seen from him thus far. So thank you for watching Fundamental Games game playthrough of Bears versus Lumberjacks.